Alright guys, this is Cringie McCrinderson. I want to be talking in an uncut manner, so if you see any, if you hear me breathing, or if you hear, it being really annoyingly empty, that's simply because this is uncut. And I'm just going to be I'm talking about this while not editing at all. So, essentially, what the big thing about all of this is Nintendo Switch is what I'm trying to bring up out of out of my mouth that won't pronounce shit, motherfucker. Anyways, yeah, Nintendo Switch is a big thing right now. It just came out, and everybody's flipping out about it. They're flipping their fucking shit. And essentially, I have something to say about all of this. The Nintendo Switch isn't even that good. Its graphics cannot. It compares with the Wii U that came out just 2-3 years ago, maybe 4. I don't even remember. But it compares to the Wii U, which is not a good thing. Its graphics are very sadly done. And like the fucking Breath of the Wild, if you've watched the gameplay, I can't stand to watch it because the frame rate is so fucking ridiculously bad that I can't. I don't even understand. I can't comprehend how bad that is and how people can actually manage to play that. There are scenes where people are dropping down on top of other people and the frame rate just drops down to 5 frames per second. And you're just sitting there like, what the fuck, Nintendo? You made me pay $400. This is more than a next gen console that could probably play Breath of the Wild at 60 frames. This is more than a next gen console, and you know it's a Nintendo Switch, so people are just going to be getting the controller and putting it together and just playing it with the controller mode. There's no point. I don't see people going 1-2 switch. 1-2 switch isn't really a big thing. Nobody wants 1-2 switch, and if you want 1-2 switch, you're gonna have to pay for it as well on top of the fucking Wii U. Not Wii U, but Nintendo Switch. I don't understand why people would buy this. The only reason why they would buy this, I take that back. The only reason why they would buy this is fucking Zelda Breath of the Wild. Well, that game isn't even that good. It's horribly optimized and horribly done. I can't even look at it like that. I remember when Nintendo 64 was the leading thing back then. It was the leading graphics. It looked so good. It wasn't necessarily the leading graphics, but it was kind of like Xbox is now and like PS4 is now. There's nothing that would compare to it popular-wise. And then when the PS1 came out, people started moving to that. But what I'm trying to say here is that Nintendo 64 was like a leading thing. And now with Nintendo Switch, they got all their fucking shit messed up. They should just fucking use a different engine, use a different they shouldn't think about it for a second, because I have an article. Shit, I have an article. I'm talking about Metro Last Light for the Wii U. It was canceled about in 2012, around 4 years ago. It says that even in 2012, the Metro Last Light producers actually said to to Nintendo and the Wii U representatives that it has a horrible CPU and it would not be able to run Last Light in the way that they wanted to capture it. They captured Last Light in a perfect way for gaming computers and gaming things. Like even for Xbox 360, that game still looked good because it was Metro Last Light. And the Wii U wanted it so bad, but it just couldn't be done because I had such a horrible CPU. Now, I'm looking at this new one. I don't even know the specs of it. I'm going to look that up right now. But, I'm pretty sure, I know the Wii U has horrible specs. Now, I'm going to look at the Nintendo Switch. If you guys don't know what I'm going to say about this, look at this bullshit. I want to look at this. CPU clock speed is 1,000 megahertz. That's 1 gigahertz. That's what the fuck. That's one. That's, oh my god. That's just fucking awful, dude. 1 megahertz. And the little tablet you play on is 720p, 30 frames per second. Think about that for a second. It's like Battlefield 1. This is why I switched from console. I didn't switch. I always knew that PC was the best. I always played on PC. But this is why I got a gaming PC. I got a gaming PC because I realized that I mean, I built PCs all my life, and I love PC. Don't get me wrong, but I always played on Xbox because I felt like I had no time for a gaming PC. But now this is what made me switch. Battlefield 1 is going to be in 720p. Think about that for a second. The Nintendo Switch has like 6 hours or 2.5. It decays over time as you have it, like much batteries do. But it goes down to 2.5 hours per play. So you're going to be sitting there on your tablet. Oh, I'm going to carry this tablet out in public. You're going to have like 2 hours to play on it. So what's the fucking point? That's less than a phone, right? And like I'll look at the cores. Has a 256. The GPU has a 256, while the PS4 has a 1 gig. I was like, it has an AMD, but I like the fact that it's NVIDIA. I like that. Don't get me wrong. But the GPU dock speed is 768 megahertz, while the PS4 has 1000 megahertz. That is just fucking ridiculous. That's the dock speed. But the undock, when you take it out, the what's it called? When you take the tablet out and you play it, it cuts that in half, and it's 300 megahertz. What the fuck? Who plays on that fucking... Who plays on that? Nobody can play on that shit. Now, if this doesn't change your mind, I don't know what the fuck will, because this is a horrible system that they're expecting me to pay. I want to look at the Nintendo Switch shopping. What we got? Okay. Nintendo Switch console, $674 with a Joy-Con and 32 gigabytes. That's just 32. I could get a 128 gigabyte phone for $100 fucking bucks, and you're over there selling this motherfucker for $674 fucking dollars. Hell no, I'm not going to buy a Nintendo Switch for $674 just with a Joy-Con. The regular thing, the console, just gray, pre-order, just perfectly fine, $599. Who's going to be buying that? Nobody. That's the answer. If you want to buy a Nintendo Switch, you're gonna have to wait until way later. $599 is a hefty price. That's way more than the PS3 originally announced. Remember when the PS3 originally announced? Look at this. PS3 announcement price was $499. A 20 gigabyte hard drive would be $499, but if you had a 60 gigabyte, that would be $599. But that's just ridiculous, because that has 32, and this has 20. This is a PS3. You gotta keep that in mind. This is like 2006. This is 11 fucking years ago, and you're over there selling things equivalent at higher the price, equivalent to a fucking PS3. You gotta be fucking with me, like fucking. What's it called? That Breath of the Wild shit, the frame rate's bad, the graphics are bad, the anti-aliasing gives me fucking motion sickness. This is just... No. The only game they have out right now that anybody would want is fucking Breath of the Wild. That fucking... What's it called? That Grand Theft Auto fucking Mario shit? Who wants that fucking crap? Oh my god, I've always hated Nintendo for this shit. Overpriced shit, low-end graphics, low-end everything. They don't fucking pay attention anymore. After that last one, what was it called, with the fucking eagles and shit, where you flew around? I thought that was fucking boring, because it made me, it required me to get up and go to GameStop for my Wii and get one of those motion controlling controllers for the Wii. I already had one, but I had to get one that was next gen for that Wii. That's bullshit. This does not look at the last good one was Twilight Princess. That was the last good Zelda. The game looks like shit. The game plays like shit. The game is shit. You have to admit it. And I looked at the game at first, and I was all like, oh, it's okay looking. It's not. Nintendo Switch did horrible. This is the worst time. This is the worst fucking console release I've ever seen since the fucking Wii U. No wonder they're falling out. Fucking Dreamcast was the last good one made by any other company besides Sony and Xbox. Or Microsoft. But the Dreamcast was the last good one. Like, fucking Wii was okay. It was okay. You did good there with Wii. And then Wii U, it was just an upgraded version of the Wii. And the Nintendo Switch, I don't even know what the fuck that is. You just took the word Wii out of your name. You just went, oh, maybe we could rejuvenate our company by making a new console 4 or 5 years later. 5 years? That's just 5 years. They spent 5 years to make a low-end piece of shit that nobody wants. AAA titles are not going to be released on this. Nothing good is going to be released on this. This is just going to be a fucking... Nintendo Switch by itself, without anything that's good. This is unscripted. This video is completely unscripted. I'm just sitting here explaining how I feel about the fucking Nintendo Switch. Horrible specs, horrible graphics, horrible resolutions, and at least it's widescreen. At least it's widescreen. The fucking... At least I don't have to go in the... like I went on my Wii and go to my widescreen TV and press... What's it called? A stretch. I still have a fucking Wii, and I think that Wii can outdo any fucking Nintendo Switch or Wii U. It can outdo it. You know why? That's because it's fun. That's because it has family productive activities. That's because it's not like 1-2 switch bullshit. What the fuck point is that? I could do that with the Wii remote. You know this gunslinging game for the Wii? Yeah, I'll look that up. Mad Dog McCree. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a gunslinging game for the Wii. It looked like shit. It played like shit, but at least it was fun. At least it was fun. It was fun. There's there's fucking, what's it called? Resident Evil on the Wii. That was fun. But Ghostbusters on the Wii. That was fun. All of it was fun. And the fucking Nintendo Switch has nothing good out. Nothing good. No company is going to be looking at that and saying, oh, I want to put my leading game on that shit. Because the CPU is horrible. They're out of date. Everything's out of date. That's fucking, like I said with the PS3, the PS3 is equivalent to that bullshit. That's fucking 10, 11 years ago. That's 11 years ago. This is the PS3 we're talking about. And the fucking Nintendo Switch can't even compare to it. I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is my rant, I guess, on the fucking Nintendo Switch. It's a bullshit thing. And you shouldn't spend your money on it because it's complete bullshit. I'll see you guys in the next video.